Welcome to the Men's Supa-Liga semi-final. Tonight we have West Coast Cobras against Andinos FC. West Coast Cobras today. In goals we have Tom Robles, number 1. On court and flown in for the occasion, captain number 9, Luke Ross. Number 4, Jake Pasuto. Number 11, Lukman Saeed. Number 12, Gregor Zirkus. Number 8, Marco Florenka. And number 22, Lachlan Ryan. For Andinos FC today, on court, number 11, Jorge Escobar. Number 19, Oscar Gongora. Number 10, Alejandro Sara. Number 6, Nicholas Serrano. In goals, captain, number 1, Jaden Ashmore. Number 64, Sebastian Correa. Number 8, Luca Bagomi. Number 9, Christian Mejia. Number 7, Edgar Hernandez. And that is the whistle. West Coast Cobras take the kick. Luke Ross in that fixo position for the Cobras. In possession of the ball currently. Far side, Florenka looks to take on his defender. Good work and defensive effort from Escobar, and very early is the first foul of the game. Kick taken on the far side. Serrano back with the ball now from the keeper. Back across from Bagomi. A missed touch there for the Andinos. It's their first passage of possession of the game. They'll be settling on the ball. Ball back across the court. And reset it back there with Bagomi. Serrano. Inside, there's a bit of miscommunication between two players there. Cobras being patient. Give the opportunity to press, but at the moment as they sit at halfway, sliding across, technically looking over their shoulders, covering passing channels very well. It's Bagomi here. Straight pass, intercepted by Florenka. Beats his first player, gets the shot off. The first for the game, just wide of the post. Another interception. We find Ross on the ball now. Looks back, post in Pasuto, whose first shot there goes over the bar. Cobras looking dangerous there with a quick transition. They've intercepted 2 passes now, quite quickly. And both resulted in a shot. Ashmore finds his intended target, Bagomi. Another interception from Cobras, and Pasuto finds inside in Florenka. Good press there from the Andinos, and they've progressed forward. The shot taken, blocked by Ross. Ball back over here. Bit of a deflection off of the arm there of Florenka, not seen by the refs, forcing a great save there from Robles. Foul in the middle of the court. Foul called by Gabriel on the far side, giving the foul. Trying to see if there was an advantage from that one, and rightly so. Ross now under pressure, plays out for Florenka. Florenka looking for that pass through the middle of the court to Pasuto. Intercepted now, and it's number 6, Serrano, looking dangerous, dispossessed. Cobras back in possession quickly. Ross to Ryan. Ryan back to Ross. Good exit run from Ryan, and he's got possession here. Gets the shot off. Ashmore as well to block outside of his D. Long ball. Quick transition from the Andinos, and a fantastic slide from Ross. Escobar. Out wide to his flank, Sereno. To Bagomi. Pass behind his back foot. It's hard to control. Sends it back for the keeper, who gets the touch now. And they progress forward. Cobras still sitting at halfway. It's good movement from Pisuto. Very defensively aware player, Jake Pisuto here on this left flank for the Cobras. Some really star players out on the court tonight. Lockie Ryan for the Cobras as well has scored some phenomenal goals this season. Featured in many goals of the week. Had his fair shares of Team of the Week appearances as well. And outstanding pivot player. Controls the ball very well high up on the court. Can shoot quite quickly. That is the first corner now for the Andinos. Sereno looks to take it. Escobar. Bagomi. Back to Escobar. Nothing came of the corner as such, but Cobra's back in possession after no shot. And it's Ryan who progresses forward, comes inside and trying to get it on to his right foot. Last touch off of Andinos there. Ross to Pisuto. Pisuto finds Ryan. Back roll now, and Pisuto gets a shot across into the side netting. Referee seen that there was a touch from the goalkeeper on that one, and it will be a corner for the Cobras, and Pisuto looks over the top for Florenka, who hits first time. Escobar. Now Gongora makes an appearance on the court for the Andinos men. Playing that Fixo space. It's Escobar on the ball now. Tricky with his feet. Finds his target player and save again from Robles. Ball's gone out of play for a keeper throw. Okay, Ryan looking for the long throw from his keeper. Just a bit of miscommunication there between the two. It's Pisuto now who advances forward. Ryan, cross for Ross, who flicks it off. And tack down the left flank. Keeper back with the ball. Robles this time looking long for Azurkis. As his first appearance for the West Coast Cobra in this match. It's a Cobra sideline kick in. It'll be Florenka to take. You can hear the coach, John Goodlich, asking for the 5 meters for his team. Ross blocks the ball out of play. Ball back across to the flank now. 8 minutes have passed and a few players doing some good minutes in this game. We've seen Bergomi for the Andinos, currently on the ball now. Started the game, he's still on the court. Same with the ball player, Sereno. Ball over the top for Gongora, and there's a good catch there from Robles. Now, big man Ross on the ball, looking to create something. Exits forward well, and the flicked ball from Florenka almost getting to its target. Ross with a shot across goal, blocked by the Andinos players. Great movement we see from Ross. His check run just gave him about 10 meters of space, but the ball wasn't played from Florenka, so Not much made of that. Florenka now. Looking for Pizzuto. Great ball. Pizzuto's touch is what's needed, but his distribution intercepted. Ross. Finds Florenka. Florenka's touch just too far out in front, and it's Gongora who runs away with it. Vantage is being played. Play on's been called. Gongora. Pass to nobody there. Florenko gets himself a yellow for the match. And the rolling foul was given from the play on earlier. The shirt pull from Florenka. It's an easy yellow to have been given away. I don't agree too much there with the referee. Very light decisions. Very light contests, I should say. Good tackle there from number 64, Correa. Florenka looking over the top, headed away now. The Andinos. Number 10, Sariel, who slows down play. Robles clears the ball high. Bit of a scurry ball in front of goal, and Saeed, who's now on the court for the Cobras. Putting in a good defensive effort there in this 6-metre penalty mark. I've seen the comments on the stream. The video is best we can do at this time. Our previous feed, our camera was destroyed, so we've had to use a secondary camera. So this is what we're getting this week. A bit of a score prediction there from Michael Middleton for this match. He's favouring for the Cobras. It's very hard to say. Semi-finals are so different to standard matches. Anything can happen. We've seen lots of favourites go down, even in the Women's Supa-Liga last night, with the Western Devils, who were sure favourites to make it through after only losing one match in the season, having lost their semi-final. Ball through here. It's Zerkis who wins the ball for his side and to take on his player, and Saeed calls for the ball behind and has good movement on the court. He's looking good tonight and confident as he plays. Back to Pizzuto. Engages with his defender. A bit of a fall from Zerkis, but play goes on, and unfortunately for Pizzuto, couldn't control that one, and referee hasn't called anything. Correa looks long. Both Ross and Saeed doing well defensively there. Bit of miscommunication. Again for the boys in green, Pizzuto's pass. Ross and Zerkis, not sure who was meant to be taking it. Going for it, I should say. Saeed battles it out, but he's lost on that one. But Ross is perfect position to intercept. Now it's Ryan for Ross. Ross with a shot there. Ashmore with a fantastic save. Pizzuto across the other side. Saeed looking for Ryan, but good slide there from number 64, Correa. And his sideline kick in for the Cobras. Pizzuto. It's Ross who gathers the ball up after a bit of a dispossession. Ryan with a great touch of the ball, plays back for Saeed now. Saeed with a back roll, but into the favour of Andinos, but Ryan's done well to gain possession himself. It's Ryan to Pseudo. Pseudo across the court for Ryan now. Tries to come inside, but good defensive work there from Coria. That's a timeout called by the Andinos. 5.5 minutes remaining of this first half. Very even contest. I'd say the Cobras have been the more dominant in attack and have had the ball a lot more in their attacking half. Andino's quick with a transition though. It's the Andinos captain, Jaden Ashmore, who takes the lead in the conversation at halftime. Sorry, at this timeout. Conversation is that they need to be shooting more often, and they're going to be able to win this game unless they shoot more regularly and on target. A bit more conversation now about the defensive work, making sure that they stay with their players. That's a whistle blown by the referee, Taz. And it'll be a Cobras. I was under the impression that the timeout was called by the Andinos, but I could be wrong. It's Cobras with the kick in. Play goes on now with Florenka. Lukman Saeed not coming to that ball, and it's won by the Andinos and collected easily from Robles, put back into play. This has certainly been the best movement that we've seen from the Cobras over the season in their passing and moving and movement off the ball. Crucial touch there from Ross. Ball thrown over the top by Robles is seen out of play. Saeed looking a little sore there with his run back into play. Ashmore. And the Andinos reset. Escobar. Coria to Escobar again. Across and a chance here. That's number 9, Measure. Big hit. Referee concerned for the welfare there of Saeed. Seems to be okay, and apologies are given from the Andinos. Ball reset now. Escobar looks for Bagomi's run. Florenka gets in the way of that one, progresses forward. Good run. Manages to beat his player and send it across. Ryan almost getting there. It's a good play from the Cobras. Time's ticking here. It'll be almost 4 seconds, and it will not be called by the referee. It's Ross who intercepts it, and now Ryan. Back to Florenka. To Saeed, a hard one to control. Ball over the top. Straight back to the keeper. It's Ross looking for his options and goes for Saeed, who gets a good first touch. Second, keeps it in. Can't get it past the defender in Escobar there, who's a very technically skilled player with his feet. Referee's called that as a keeper's ball. The Cobras drop off their defenders. And it's Florenka now again who wins the ball back. Be interesting to see the stats during this game. To me, it feels like the Andinos give away possession quite a lot. And ball over the top for Ross, who gets a touch and shot off. Seconds for somebody else, but kicked away by the defensive work there from the Andinos. And a quick reaction from them to get another shot off, although off target. Ross looks long in Ryan. We're seeing a similar thread in this game. They are looking for that long that long ball to the high pivot, especially when Ryan's on the court. Robles not being patient there. He's kicked the ball away and given it straight back. Sideline kicking. Bergomi plays the ball across the court. Correa now. He's got a lot of time and space. Flicks it forward. Battle in the middle of the court. Nothing called here. Shot taken and save from Robles. His sideline kick in, taken by Escobar now for the Andinos. Shot across. Didn't get to anybody there. It'll be Robles' ball. Robles goes long for Ryan. Ryan with the touch. Cleared away from 64. Correa. Andinos does well in this occasion. Ashmore throws long. Bergomi manages to keep the ball in. Finds Correa. Flicked across. Saeed with a crucial touch there. We want to see Escobar receiving the ball in that space, that close to goal. As mentioned before, a very technically skilled player. Shot across goal. Correa does well to come back, and Ashmore reads it. Coming out of his goal, heading it away. It's Saeed now. Wins the ball for his side, and Ryan. A few deflections off of legs there, misread. The ball goes out of play. Cobras certainly putting up a fight here in the attack and win those balls in the middle of the court. Escobar now plays the middle of the court, and pressure by Ross sends the ball out of play. Florenka now. Saeed. Saeed finds a space inside. Defensive mistakes there from the Andinos. It's Ross. Saeed. Florenko left, and what a chance created by the West Coast Cobras. The captain, Luke Ross, calling for his side to drop off, allowing the Andinos to have that ball in their own half. It's Correa now. Progresses forward. Very deep fixo in Escobar. Receives the ball now. He finds Measure. Finds him again. Ross presses. Ross doing enough. Oh. Referee's seen that foul. It'll be a free kick here for the Cobras, and we'll see what they can make of this. Ross takes the shot. No, he doesn't. Plays across the court. Ryan with the shot into the side netting. 5 seconds remaining. Long ball for the keeper to collect easily. 3 seconds. Long throw. We'll see that one out of play. And that is half time. 0-all. Another 20 minutes to play. Everything on the line here. It does go to a draw at full time. We go to a 2-minute stop the clock, golden goal. And then if it still is at a draw, we will go to the penalty shootout with 5, best of 5. Both sides slow to move to their benches, and coaches are starting their team talks now. Not much being said on the Andinos side of the court. Ashmore. Ashmore still with the conversation with his teammates. And on the other side with the West Coast Cobras, it's Pursuto critiquing a couple of movements that the Andinos are making on the court and what the Cobras need to do in those chances to win the ball. It looks like what he's showing on the court is that forward run after that ball's played from the flank that the Andinos are making. He's wanting them to step up on those occasions, press aggressively and win the ball in the middle of the court. And that'll be about the end of the halftime talk. And that's a whistle blown by the referees. Players progress onto the court. And be the same players playing for the Andinos. I don't believe that we've seen Sereno exit the court as such, and Bragoni has also had quite a bit of time. This is where the Cobras are being patient. You see that patience again on the court with Pursuto stepping up now, cut a pass, all over the top, and it's Robles who's been taken down. Don't believe that was quite intentional. Apologies given by Bogomi. It's Ross now. Ball over the top to find a Zirkus, but Gongora getting a touch on that one, sees it out. Florenka to Ross. Pursuto tries to find the pass of Florenka, but Florenka didn't go forward in that occasion. Both of these two sides have been very competitive this season. It was the West Coast Cobras who ended up running away with the league championship in the second last game of the season, earning themselves that trophy. Some really key players and standouts this season in Luke Ross, and he's even flown in for tonight's semi-final from Melbourne, his new club there he's been playing for. Also seen for the Andinos, had some great results, and that's it. Goal scored there for the Andinos, taking the lead 2 minutes into this second half. So Zirkus there, who was marking that player. It was a fantastic touch from Bogomi there to get the ball and finish it into the back of the net the way he did. We have to see a response now from the Cobras. If they're wanting to advance today into this grand final contest, which will be against the Northern Hawks, who won their game just earlier this evening against Perth AFC in a 2-1 hit out. It's the Andinos there that impede the space on the kick in, and it'll be a retake. Ross takes a shot again, same set piece. Pursuto gets a touch. Deflection off of the chest there of the Andinos player, and Ross kicks that one away. Serrano there than a threatening run on that far right flank. shot deflected off of Ross. Ross quick on his feet there to block that channel. He's calling for a handball there, but not seen by the refs. Pseudo finds a pass in for Lorenko through the middle of the court. Ross over the top for Florenka. Ashmore's there to collect. Gongora now finds a channel down the sideline. Resets back deep in their own half. Correa, 1-2. Sereno, kicked away by Pseudo. Good pressure from Azurkis there. Andinos, a bit more of a intent since that goal to progress forward, and the Cobras second best at the moment. It's Robles' ball. Florenko manages to keep in on the far side, and great defensive work from the Andinos. Sees them advance with the ball into the attacking half. Now it's slowed down through Gongora. It's Ross. Taken down, but gets back up and plays. Lorenka advances now. Cobras responding well. A bit more aggressive on the court. Pseudo gets the ball through the legs of his opponent there, but Ashmore's on his toes well enough to come and clear the ball. A few players missing from the Cobras tonight that have been consistent throughout the season. One name, Jamal Yusuf, who's not here tonight. It's a long throw from Ashmore to its target. It's Escobar now. Gongora into the middle of the court. Escobar, wide. Saria slowing things down. The pressure there. There's 1-2, and Saeed finds the ball forward, and it's Ryan now. Gets a shot off and finishes well. Great combination play from the West Coast Cobras to get themselves back equal into the game. 1-1. There was the initial interception there from Pseudo. Combination of Saeed and Ryan to get the goal for the West Coast Cobras. Ball across here. Hard one to control at that height. Apologies given from Escobar. Ross finds Pseudo. Ryan gets a turn. Back across for Pseudo's run, and he's taken down. Referee's blown the whistle. And that will be a free kick for the West Coast Cobras in a dangerous area. Yellow card issued as well for number 10. Two fouls for the Andinos to the Cobras 0. Set piece being discussed between the three players, Ryan, Saeed and Ross on the ball for the West Coast Cobras. It'll be Ross and Ryan who line up. Ryan looking to take. Option on his left and right. Ryan shoots and scores! What a finish from Lachlan Ryan for the West Coast Cobras. Straight through a gap in the defense between the wall and the player on the inside post. Wasn't much Ashmore could do about that. Things change so quickly. West Coast Cobras now in the lead. Goal scorer, Lockie Ryan, 2 for his name. And an assist from Lukman Saeed. Press called from the coach, John Goodlich. Marco Florenka back on the court for the Cobras. Finds himself space on the right flank. He's dispossessed and toe poke there, deflected by Ross. Absolutely crucial there. I think if he hadn't been in that space, that would have been a goal, with Robles looking to go the other way. Robles with another save. Yellow card. Another one given. There's been a few this game. That one's for Sebastian Correa. It's Alejandro Serra also sitting on yellow card for the Andinos. And, another to Marco Florenka of the West Coast Cobras. Ryan, will he get a hat trick today? Ross plays the ball across for Saeed. Back for Ross, who stays deep on the court. Ball from Ross, intercepted, and Saeed defensively doing well to come across. Bit of a mistake there. I'm sure Ross can bounce back from that one. Gongora. A shot taken wide. Protesting that there was a touch on that, and there will be a second corner. Different setup for the Cobras for this set piece, and save from Robles, headed away by Ryan, and it's Ross who progresses forward 1v1. Straight into the keeper's chest on that occasion. Saeed balances the court for the West Coast Cobras. They had a moment there where they had all progressed forward, and if they'd lost possession on that occasion, it would have been easy pickings for the Andinos. And saying that, with Robles in goals, anything possible with a save. Florenka with the toe poke now. West Coast Cobras looking to try and get themselves that extra goal. Secure themselves in a comfortable position. The 2-1 is the precarious place to be. Sideline kick in here. The scramble there, and it'll be Escobar who plays the ball across. Correa, and that's away. Cobras slowing things down here. Not looking to retrieve the ball quickly. Robles gathers it up, plays long and Ryan, but he can't control that one. A bit of an overthrow from Robles. Ball's gone out on the far side for the Andinos. Blocked by Marco Florenka. Ryan just gets his leg on that one. It's a 2 against 2. Pseudo finds Ross with a shot. Good work right there from Ross to be able to get forward in that occasion. Sprinting up the court to be there for that attack. Long ball. Out of play for Robles to collect. Ross. Florenka now. Back to Ross again. Ball movement between the two players, and it's Pseudo who advances forward. Zerkis now. Dispossessed. Zerkis does all he can. He's kept that one in now. Kicked it up the court. Defensive work after giving the ball away there. And it's Ashmore. Plays the feet. He's number 9. Measure. Sereno now. Deflection off of Cobras. We'll see a sideline kick in. Ross kicks it across an Andinos player, so it will be a Cobras ball. Robles looks long in a Zirkus on his left foot. He loves the shot there in that angle. It's a cross goal. Escobar's pass mishit. Cobras win the ball back easily. Ross has to kick that one away after a missed pass. It's Escobar now. Runs a ball through the middle of the court. Chips forward and kicked away again. And it's hitting the ceiling, so ball will be sideline kicking for the Andinos. All over the top. Ross puts it down, but Pursuito's been taken down and a free kick has been issued. Third one for the Andinos. But timeout has been asked by the West Coast Cobras coach, John Goodlich. Goodlich had a few successes and his resume is building over this last season in futsal in WA. Last night he actually helped coach the West Coast Cobras men's Supa-Liga B through their semi-final, went through a penalty shootout. After some killer shots that we saw from Zachary Groden, who's a West Coast Cobra player who also steps up a few times into this First Division team. But not only wanting to have that B-side go through to the grand final, he's wanting the top side today too. Andinos progress onto the court after a quick chat from their coach. Pursuito looking for a Zirkus. Handball, not given. It's Ross who wins the ball well. It's touch out in front. Can't get the next one past the defender there in Sereno. Ball in for a Zirkus. Zirkus finds Florenka on the opposite flank. Florenka using his skill to get past the first defender and get the shot off. Last-ditch effort there from Bagomi. Another timeout called. This time from the Andinos. Mustn't have said enough during the last timeout. Unhappy with the response once they came back on the court. Hearing talk from the West Coast Cobras bench, they believe that the Andinos are going to start playing fifth men. And talk there from Captain Luke Ross, talking about how he wants his team to respond and make sure that they cover the middle of the court. Andinos are talking more about their attack. And it's Luca there leading the discussion. Whistle's been blown now. Cobras getting their last comments. They're looking keen. It'll be Florenka, Ryan, Pursuito and Ross into the court now to join the Andinos side, who are ready and raring to go. And as Ross predicted, it is going to be fifth man. Pursuito plays Ross. Intercepted there. Dangerous area. Pseudo unsure of what Ross was looking for. Ball finds its way into the pocket at the edge there, and it's Ross who kicks it away. Andinos playing flykeeper quite well so far, with Ashmore as the one flykeeper and goalkeeper today. The Cobras sliding well across the court. It's Florenka. Ryan, who's sliding at the top of the court. Shot across, dangerous. And that one there was Sereno. Found that channel across. There must have been a touch there off of a Cobra player. For a sideline kick in for Ashmore. Ashmore with space. Toe pokes. Hits the back of Florenka and out. Ashmore. Back again. Bagomi. Down into that far side, and it's Robles with amazing save there. Must have missed that one on the replay. Shot from distance, kicked away by Ross, and it's Florenka with a lovely turn, but can't get past the second defender there in Bagomi. Bagomi looking for the ball. Robles throws long, straight to the Andinos defender. Saeed back on the court, fresh legs, plays the ball to Ryan, who gets a lovely touch on it, almost flicking that one over Ashmore. And the Andinos progress with fly keeper. Bagomi looking to run the show from the back. On his right flank there is Serrano. 2 minutes now is looming of stop the clock. Ryan almost winning that one back for himself. Ball gets into the corner now. Shot across, blocked by Ross. Into that corner, and Ross advances forward. Cobras have moved around defensively, but there's a couple of spaces opening up, and it's Robles who gets enough across. And goal scored. It means so much here for the Andinos as they run onto the court to celebrate. Back to a draw here. Fly keeper working well. It'll be interesting to see if the Andinos choose to continue to play fly keeper in the draw situation. Ross to Ryan. And a little 1-2, and Ryan's on goal. Gets it across for back post run in Saeed. Big transition the other way. Flicked ball. Saeed now. There's a big push in the back there from Mejia. Nothing called. As such, a warning being given by Gabrielle on the far side. Ross over the top. Possession given away, and Andinos one-on-one. Great last-ditch defensive efforts. Pseudo dispossessed. It's becoming a bit of a scramble defensively. Cobras doing all they can in their defensive half at the moment. Ross gets the touch he wants. Dribbles well through the middle of the court. Ryan to Pseudo. Pseudo's pass didn't get its target. Gongora finds himself back on the court for the Andinos. And Saria. Good tackle there from Robles after the first defensive error where he sort of stepped in a little too far. His composure now as 40 seconds clicks down. Both teams be either way at the moment. Pseudo's pass again, not getting to its target. Cobras opting to press here. Ball over the top. Not being able to be kept in play by Gongora. Pseudo to Ross. Ross looks over the top for the run of Ryan, who heads it forward. Ashmore catches easily and puts it back into play. Advancing run on the far side from the Andinos. Down the line, but Saeed's there to cover. Sees that ball out of play. Kick across, and Robles there. He's on fire tonight. Some great saves. Well, in the middle of the court, Gongora. Dispossessed, it's Ryan. Ryan shoots from distance. Didn't have many opportunities there. He did have Ross on his left, but it was closed down by 3 Andinos players in amongst that attack that he had created. Seems that is the full-time whistle. We will go into 2 minutes of extra time, golden goal, and it will be stop the clock. Very even contest here tonight. Both goalkeepers have stood out, pulling off some amazing saves for their sides. Seems that Robles might have been the busier of the two in the last passage of play here. The exciting last 2 minutes for sure. Coach there, Alexis, talking to his Andinos players. Unable to hear what they're discussing. And it's Luke Ross, captain of the West Coast Cobras. He's rallying his side. And captains there, Jaden Ashmore, Luke Ross. Talking to the referees, the coin toss is taken. Luke Ross wins the toss, and they get kickoff. It's Pseudo now. Can't get the ball across. Saeed was there on the run. Saeed gets a shot. Blocked by Andinos. Number 64, Correa. Good save by Ashmore there, and Florenka trying to turn his player but can't do it. Florenka again. Arms around him, but they're trying to play the advantage, but it hasn't been an advantage. Transition though, Andinos unable to capitalize on that. It's been a fantastic game from both sides so far. Pseudo to Ross, who goes over the top, trying to find Saeed, who heads it forward. Ashmore, easy collection, and spins the ball back into play, finds the feet. Ashmore again. He's been going long every time, and here he goes again. Ross gets this one, kicks it away. Gongora over the top. Seems to be the tactic they're opting for. Is that long ball over the top. You've seen Ashmore and Gongora both looking for it. No one's been there for it, though. Great touch there from Florenka. Deflection off of Escobar. We'll see a West Coast Cobras sideline kick in. Almost down near the corner. Saeed. Pisuto taps it forward. 1 minute remaining. See the discipline here of the West Coast Cobras as they drop off and flicked ball forward. And another one. Contest between two players sees the Andinos. Now the Cobras in possession, but that kick dangerously high to Luke Ross's face. Magomi tries to take it in through the middle, but there's enough there to snuff that one out. Referee signal West Coast Cobras kick in. Pisuto. Touch off of Escobar. It's a lucky one for Pisuto there. Ross with a pass across the front of Pisuto. It's Escobar now. Takes on Pisuto. Gets the pass. Double up here between two Cobras players. And Ross is in the right spot to receive the ball. Cobras advance forward in a 4v3. Ball across for Pisuto. Back across for Florenka with the shot blocked by Gongora. 6 seconds. 4, 3, and it's a long shot. Deflection and full-time whistle. We will be going to a penalty shootout here at Subiaco Futsal for the Men's Supa-Liga semi-final. It'll be interesting to see who lines up to take the shots today. Both goalkeepers, outstanding matches. Tom Robles, Jaden Ashmore. It'll be a contest of the keepers to see who gets their team through. Scoreboard will be reset back to 0 for both sides. As we look to use the scoreboard to show the successful penalties. Shane, move out of the way. Yep. Okay, and it's Robles who's in goals for the Cobras, taking the save here. It'll be number 64, Andinos, Sebastian Correa, who is the first penalty taker. That's a goal there for the Andinos. It'll be Ross, number 9, who faces up against Jaden Ashmore. Beautiful penalty taken by Luke Ross there. Even thus far for this shootout. Number 9, Andinos. Christian Mejia places the ball on the spot. Hits it high above Robles. Lachlan Ryan, number 22, steps forward now for the West Coast Cobras. A lot of power in that shot from Ryan. Even so far. Andinos, number 6, Nicholas Sereno. Robles with a save. Robles saves the third shot there. Zerkis now. Gregor Zerkis for the West Coast Cobras. Ashmore being very active on his line. Zerkis having a bit of trouble with the ball, staying stationary. He's got it now. Zerkis finishes well. Sends Ashmore the other way. Cobras now in the lead. Number 10 from the Andinos, Alejandro Sarra. Hits that one nicely into the bottom corner. It's number 8 for the West Coast Cobras, Marco Florenka, who lines up for the next. That one's in. A few of the Andinos players making comments. A shot there from Oscar Gongora. Goes in. It's Jake Pursuto now, who progresses forward for the West Coast Cobras. Pseudo. He's not happy with the ball movement. Progresses forward to make sure it's stationary for himself. Pseudo hits that one past Ashmore. And that is the final whistle there. West Coast Cobras progress through to the grand final of the Men's Supa-Liga. They will be up against Northern Hawks, who won their semi-final just before this match next week. What an amazing contest from two fantastic sides today. We will be having the statistics come up with the match report later, but it will be interesting to see that shot count. And I think the goalkeeper is certainly the difference today in the match. It was great to have Luke Ross come in for the match as well. I'm sure we'll see him appear in the grand final next week as well. We have a look now at the statistics from the match. It's actually the Andinos who put forward more passes on 404 compared to Cobras 304. An even passing percentage completion rate between the two sides. The total shots, though, is the difference between the two. West Coast Cobras amounting to a total of 28 total shots compared to Andinos' 16. And Cobras getting 16 of those on target compared to the Andinos' 8. But it all came down to the penalty shootout today and an amazing save from Tom Robles to get his side through to the grand final. Some great penalties taken as well from all involved. Make sure you come down to Subiaco Futsal next week for the grand final. But also we will be streaming live here, so catch us on YouTube.